Coverage, your favorite podcast with your hosts, Manny MUA and
Laura Lee.
That's right.
And special guest?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Wow,
I was so focused on her video.
I'm trying to film a TikTok too.
You guys was it?
And special guest.
Tyler, I love you.
Tyler,
the way I literally was only so focused on Laura, and I was like, cool, so it's a normal episode. And of course,
we shall. This is my first time on a rapid fire, guys.
No, it's not.
Are you scared?
It is. I don't know a lot about the topics that we're talking about, but
Well, that'd be nice because then it's
Then
going to
why
give
are you here, Tyler?
I feel like it's going to be funny because then you'll get like an outsider perspective of someone that like
Right.
just hears something and you're kind of like, oh,
the straight
there's
male
something different.
perspective.
Yeah,
on
the straight
goss.
That's what
male
we were missing.
gossip.
We're missing your
We're
perspective.
missing that perspective
Yeah,
sometimes.
and you need it, honestly.
How dare you? I think that together, me and Laura just formed the only opinion that really matters.
We've always thought that. We've always thought that. Even our audience disagrees
like,
most of the time, but
I don't know. It's not what we think though, and what we say goes.
That's right.
You know, it's our
It's your podcast.
It's our podcast for a reason. Anyway, let's start off with peaks and pits. Today we're gonna be rapid fire. Obviously, we have a bunch of topics actually.
Yeah.
They're not huge, but they're all like a bunch of like little boom, 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 booms.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Laura, do we got a peak and pit on here?
Baby, I got one. I got it saved on my phone. Let me
That's
pull
right.
it up, honey.
What you
That's
got? Because I
right.
need a peek in a pit.
Baby, you can bounce off mine. My first one is, you can bounce off mine. We went to the beach house.
Ooh.
We did.
Was that a peak or a pit?
You didn't look very excited about that.
You're
I was just thinking about wanting to. No, it was great.
He looked at me like,
You did.
I was like, oh, is that my peak?
You're like, is that my peak though? Being there for 2 days.
Literally
Remember that?
2 fucking days
Okay, but we
because
would've-
Laura has this travel phobia and she can't be
you're
away from the
preaching to
house.
choir,
I'm like-
so I don't know why you're trying to. Manny's not
I'm
gonna
like-
have your side on this one.
No, he is having my side because when we're gonna go later, he wants to go longer.
Well, we are going for longer.
We are.
I know, and it was his idea.
It wasn't, Laura.
Yes,
He's
it was.
lying.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
canceling the trip. I'm canceling
It was
the trip.
not my idea. I'm like, it was. Thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Did you guys know that hyaluronic acid naturally occurs in our skin but decreases gradually as we age? This decrease can cause skin to become thinner, drier, and more prone to wrinkles, and Ritual's Hyacera supplement is clinically proven to reduce wrinkles and improve skin smoothness, which I would love. So if you guys want to try to start Hyacera to help minimize wrinkles without compromising on clean science, Hyacera from Ritual is clinically proven skin supplement you can actually trust. Get 25% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/full. Start Ritual or add Hyacera to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/full for 25% off.
Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Cha-ching! That's the sound you'll hear when you switch your business to Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell, online, in person, or on social media and beyond. Stop leaving sales on the table. Switch your business to Shopify and discover why millions trust Shopify as their all-in-one commerce platform to build, grow, and run their businesses. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage, all lowercase. That's 1 month for just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage. Shopify.com/full coverage. Cha-ching!
This podcast is sponsored by Smalls. You guys, Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. So make it your New Year's resolution to get your cat eating healthier with Smalls. It's 2024. Are you still feeding your cat kibble? Head to smalls.com/full and use promo code FULL at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use our code FULL for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code FULL for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. But yeah, you guys went to Florida.
Yeah, at the beach house, check up on it. Everything was great. Everything looked brand new. So if you guys want to see the Florida house,
did a
I
tour.
posted the house tour on my vlog channel. It is up. It is live. So yeah, check out.
I'm tempted to watch it, but I want to see it in person.
You need to watch it. It's so
Should
funny.
I watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, period. I'll watch
The
it.
house tour is really funny. 'Cause
Okay,
it's
I'm
more
gonna
like
have to watch.
vloggy style.
Yeah.
And me and Laura are just idiots when it's just us two together.
And when it's not us.
And as opposed to any other day.
Yeah.
That's the reality of life.
You guys also look like a Long Island medium with my hair. Like this hair, honey, she's seeing things. I said,
She's
hold on,
full
I
of-
got a vision.
Mhm.
I got
the
a
hair
vision.
is so big, it's full of secrets.
Yeah,
It's very Long Island medium.
it's Long. My
see
hair is Long Island
it.
medium. The
I
girlies,
love it.
the girlies on Long Island want to know how I got this much volume. They're
Well,
like,
they already know because they're mediums.
That's
They
right.
actually know exactly
That's
how
right.
it
They
happened.
said,
They go, let me
got
tune in.
we got her. We got her.
It's like an antenna.
So for our
Bumpy antenna.
Is it
our
the
listeners,
higher the hair, the closer to God?
baby,
I
I'm
don't know.
always close to God.
But baby, with this hair,
I'm
you're
closer.
giving him a little kiss on the cheek.
Kiss.
A little kiss.
But that's my peak. It's short and sweet. The
I love
audience
that.
is like, thank God.
Well, was the pit you getting sick?
No, the pit
Oh.
actually, what's worse than me getting sick is the flight and us
Oh
getting
my God.
to.
All right, that's
the
going to be part of
beach.
my
Wait, you
pit.
guys, I don't actually know this full
Oh,
story.
yeah, I never told you.
Because you were like, oh my God, I'm going to tell you on the podcast. I need the real, the who.
Should I start it?
Go ahead.
Okay. There was a if we flew from LA to Dallas to our beach house, Florida,
Mm-hmm.
it was going to be the quickest route. We
Okay.
normally go all the way to Atlanta and then
Because
backtrack.
we like to fly Delta.
Because we like to fly
'Cause we're
Delta.
Of
bougie.
course. And like
Delta-
points.
And so Delta's
points.
hubs in Atlanta. So the plane always goes to Atlanta and you backtrack to Florida. So it
Got
takes
it.
longer. So we're like, this time, let's just fly American.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Every time we fly American.
It's a
Oh.
nightmare. We were like, let's fly American and go to Dallas and straight to Florida. It'll be so much quicker. Plus, the layover is only 40 minutes. So you can
Oh,
just
so it's a
jump
quick- it's
straight
quick.
on
And
the
Lauren and I
plane.
love a quick layover.
We love a
like,
quick layover.
We can move.
Like
move.
you all can
Book it.
sprint.
But
Yeah.
when American delays the flight,
For 40
there's nothing we
minutes.
can do.
So we're sitting in Burbank about to take off. And then they're like, oh, the door won't close. We have to delay the flight.
Laura immediately looks at me. Should we get off the plane?
No, I mean, there's been a lot of like issues with planes recently. Have you guys been seeing online?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
She
been
wasn't
falling
saying it for
off.
safety concerns, though. She was saying it because she didn't want to get stuck in Dallas.
Would
That's
you
true.
want to get stuck in Dallas?
I don't think
the
I
fuck
would.
I'm going to do in Dallas?
I don't know.
What am I going to do in
Eat
Dallas?
barbecue?
Because we were this close to getting stuck in Dallas, by the way.
No. I
Yes.
thought you guys were gonna be stuck for real.
It
Yeah.
wasn't gonna happen.
Oh, I had
Where
already.
there's a will, there's a way.
Was
And I
it
willed
too?
it.
The plane takes off 40 minutes late, and the flight attendant's like, yeah, girl, you already missed, honey. You already missed your layover. And I was like, well, who knows? You guys are always delayed no matter what flight you book. So maybe our layover will be delayed.
Literally.
Our layover took off 5 minutes early.
So me and Laura were like
When does a
plotting.
plane take off
Never.
early, by the way?
Never.
We were plotting
Everyone's
and
on the
planning
plane.
on the flight.
Let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
We were plotting and planning on the flight. We're like, all right, we're gonna try to make it, but if we can't, we're gonna have X, Y, and Z. Like, this is what we're
Plans.
gonna try to do.
Mhm, mhm.
And as soon as we land, she looked at the thing. She was like, yeah, they left. They left early. We're like, what the fuck? Since
I've never,
when?
I feel like that's not like
A
even a thing.
plane left 10 minutes early?
No,
What?
no,
So
not in America.
at this point, Ty's like, there are like a million tiny airports in the South. We
Mm-hmm.
know our way around the South. We can just drive.
Well, the problem was
okay.
though that we were taking off so late from Dallas that we basically missed every last flight going out to the smaller airports. So it was only going to be like Atlanta,
big
New
ones.
Orleans,
Mhm.
and places like that. Whereas like that's pretty far from where our beach house is. It was going to be like a 4 to 5 hour drive, which would
After flying
top of
all
flying.
day.
Yeah, so we'd be getting there like 3, 4 a.m. So I was like, there's no way in hell
Might as well stay in Dallas.
that I'm going to
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. So like by the grace of God, I found a flight to Tallahassee, Florida.
Which AKA is like a very small airport, a very small area of town.
Very small town.
Tallahassee.
Got very lucky, but like I found it, and when I looked at it, Manny, we had just landed.
And it was taking off in 20,
it was
20
like 40.
minutes.
It was like 40 because we still had to deplane and all that.
Okay, I'm saying by the time we got off the plane, we're still on the plane. The
Right.
plane is just touch ground, so we have internet service.
Got it.
And he found a flight, but he's like, it takes off in 40 minutes. Not the door closes, it leaves in
Leaves.
40 minutes.
And
And
they
it's
shut the
going
door
to
15
Tallahassee.
minutes before.
Tallahassie's only 2 hours from our beach house.
So, like, we
Yeah.
can
So we're
drive
like,
that.
this is
Like
perfect.
2.5,
So we get off the plane. We got about 20 minutes now because, it takes time to deplane and all that. We go to the first help desk we see right off the plane. And we're like,
Book
can you
us.
help us rebook us on this flight? And she literally goes, no.
No one's in her line.
You can go
by the
down.
way.
No one.
She's like, I got to help people that are getting on this plane.
There's no one. And Taylor goes,
I love you guys, American Airlines. You guys are so great.
She goes, no.
Basura.
She goes, you can go down 20A. And Taylor goes, what's at 20A? So like we know we're like on a time crunch.
Yeah,
like
she's
every
like,
move
they'll
we
help you
make
there.
matters. We go down to 20A.
Which, by the way, is another.
baggage
It's
claim.
another just gate.
It's just another. Yeah, literally. It's just
She
another
sent
gate.
us to another
She
gate
sent
where
us
they're
to-
boarding a
not
flight.
customer service. They were boarding a flight for some random place.
And a long line. So we were like,
No.
okay.
How are you gonna
Because
do
people
that?
were boarding.
So I
That's
was
what the
like,
line
I said,
was.
fuck this. I'm going to call American. So I got him on the
Yes.
phone, and Laura's like looking at the board. She's like, I found it. Let's go to it right now
Go to
while
the
we're
gate.
calling
Yes.
them. So we go over to the tram that they have. I get somebody on the phone.
By the
I'm
way,
like,
we're 10 minutes from takeoff now
yeah.
on this flight.
And I get somebody on the phone, and she didn't want to help me. She tells me that I need to find somebody there to help me. And I'm like,
in the airport. She
no,
goes,
I've already tried that.
on
We
the phone,
tried,
she goes,
bitch.
wait, are you in the airport? 'Cause she
Yeah.
could hear the speaker.
No.
And he goes,
I'm
he
on my
goes,
way.
yeah. She goes, oh, why don't you just find someone there to help you?
Yeah.
That's
And I
literally
was
what
like,
she said.
I was like, no, like I need you to help me. I've already tried that. There's long lines, and this is a very
the plane's leaving.
tight situation
tight.
that we're dealing with.
So then she helps us. She gets it transferred over. But the problem is we have to get on this transit bus to take us all the way to the gate.
To
And
the
then we
tram-
have to run a
right.
mile to the gate.
We were like two terminals over.
We could not get on the train till he got off the phone with her because we would have lost
Lose
service.
service.
So we're losing time. And she's like, okay, just clicking at her computer, just like clicking away. And I'm like, because we're like, we got to get on the train.
At one
We
point,
gotta
she
get on
was
the
like,
train.
"It's like very loud there." I was like,
She
No
goes
fucking
off
shit
on
on the
him.
airport.
She goes off on him. She goes, "Ooh, it is too loud there." No, I mean like it's too loud, and we're literally like, "Ma'am."
Mute.
"Yeah." So I muted. I was like, "Okay, so
Bitch.
sorry."
The thing is also airport anxiety is like another level of anxiety. It's
She was
like
literally complaining to us about the airport noise in the airport while we're literally just asking her to rebook
God.
us.
So she gets us like on the flight, but she's like, you're technically not on the flight until the front agent books you on the flight. So she's like, you guys need to. She
Go for
literally
the
told
front
us, she
agent.
said, you guys need to run. She's like, you guys need to run
I'm
because the gate was closing in like what was it, like 5
Yeah.
minutes or
We
so.
probably were down to 5 minutes.
It was close to that, but so we get on the tram. Luckily, it was only like 2 stops away on the tram.
But we had to run like a mile.
But
from when you get off
we
the tram
probably
to the
should have
actual
waited
gate.
one more stop because we didn't realize there was 2 stops on that.
You don't know.
For that no, there
Damn.
was another stop for the
Oh.
terminal, but we
But how
just
would you
got
know?
off and ran.
Yeah, exactly.
We sprinted. We were bobbing and weaving through the Dallas
Like this.
airport, running people
Oh,
over.
girl.
And I'm assuming you had your like luggage with you.
Oh,
and you guys
yeah.
weren't taking your like big one
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
all of our shit on us. I'm talking about we were covered in sweat head to toe by the time we got. It was like a comedy joke though, because I'm like running and people are
Like, you know
they're
when you see
reading
people
the
running and
room.
you're kinda like,
get the fuck out of the way though. Get
Yes.
the fuck out of the way. When you see
Yes.
people running, don't step out in front of them. Like
Right.
you know they're trying to catch a flight.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was moving, and I was like, "Wow, this is because
They
it was a
know.
crowded airport." I was like, "Wow, they get it. This is awesome. Thank you guys for like scooching over."
Uh-huh.
I thought it was like a comedy skit. This girl steps out in front of me with a full
Crutches.
cast all the way up to here and crutches, and she just steps out in front of me. And I was like, "Is this a fucking joke right
She's like-
now?" Yeah, literally. Hi, baby. Were you trying to go
Hey,
somewhere?
Are you Laura Lee?
Oh no!
God.
Oh, we would have been doomed.
You're like, you're
no.
gonna fuck.
Laura's
You're like,
too
no,
nice.
I'm not.
Laura would have
I
stopped
would've
and
stopped
talked
her.
to her,
I
and we
would've
would have missed the
stopped. I'm
flight.
like, "Hey, girl, you watch
You fool me.
Okay, I just missed my flight." We get to the desk. The woman, we're like,
We're covered in sweat.
Oh,
we look
drip.
Because it's like kind of cold, so like we're
Yeah.
wearing like like
Oh,
sweatpants
yeah,
and
yeah.
like
You're in a sweatsuit.
covered in sweat by the time we get
I'm
there.
talking
and we're
about
like
both of us
breathing.
just
I left
ripping.
Laura at one point.
I literally go, keep
Go,
going.
just go.
I'll catch up. I stayed
I mean, yeah,
hot
at
on
least
your
as long as
Tilda.
one of y'all
You
fucking
should
get
saw my
there.
Apple Watch. I
I had
sent
to
you a
go.
picture
It
of
was
my
like
heart
this.
rate. It was like, my heart rate was like at 160 something running
It was
through
like
the airport.
nothing, and then
Yeah.
and then nothing again.
Yeah, and then straight down to nothing. So the woman at that gate was also great because she got us on plane, but horrible at the same time.
She didn't say a word to us.
word.
We told her the situation,
And she goes like
and
this.
she didn't say a word. She just
She did not say hello. She did not say, let me see. She did not say,
nothing.
stand right there, let me check. She said, do you have an ID?
Oh, I thought you were saying she was mute. I'm like, oh well, that makes
No,
more sense.
fully mute. And then, do you have an ID? I was like, oh, yeah. And I tell her, it's like,
Not saying
are
what.
these,
You're like, is
are
it
these
working?
Are we
is
on?
this boarding
Yeah, is it
passes
happening?
that you're giving us? And she was like, yeah. I
Giving
was
you all
like,
attitude.
and I'm
for nothing.
They're so mad. They're so mad.
They have to do their job.
Yeah, I know, right?
So mad they have to just like work.
Horrible.
Well, luckily we got on the plane. They shut the doors right behind us. We barely made it by the hair on our ass.
The last
literally.
And I will tell you this: the attendant that flew that plane was like the nicest attendant ever.
She was great.
She was like, "You guys can actually just take the full 2 back rows," and like everybody had all their stuff, so we couldn't fit our overhead luggages. And she goes, "No, this is considered public space, and they can move their stuff." Like she was literally like, "I don't give a." She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Get your book bags down. So you can put your stuff up here. This is public space."
I love
American
that.
Airlines,
She was like,
baby.
"No one. This is no one's space. It's public." And I was like, "Oh, I ain't never had a flight attendant help me out like that."
We went
American
from-
has great attendants. Or like
Their flight attendants are the best. We actually know one of their flight attendants, and he's amazing.
we do, and he is incredible.
He's incredible. He's incredible.
Okay, we know we're gonna give him points for.
All right, we're gonna have him on the podcast. Let him explain.
Tell us about why
American
Americans the way it
I
is.
want to know why you are such a mess.
Tell us the system. Why is the system a mess?
I know his plane's not a mess though.
Oh, I bet it's fucking proper and clean.
Pristine.
Sickening. Maybe that queen.
It was trauma
It's
though.
gorge.
Anyways, we landed there at midnight and then we drove for 2 hours.
We went from first class seats to the back of the plane, and we were the happiest people in the
on
world.
that
You're like
plane.
this.
I was like
Dancing.
all the way to the back. Woo! I'm on the plane.
You're walking back. You guys are sweating. The people smelling like shit. The people
Oh,
Literally.
definitely.
Oh my God.
Definitely.
And we're both like kind of sick too, so we're like having coughing
God.
fits.
Right.
Coughing
And we're
fits.
like on a plane.
The flight attendant comes
They're like,
to
we should have
me.
left his ass.
Yeah.
She goes, "I've had a really long day." I was
You're
like this.
Bitch, me too.
No, I was like, "Girl, me too." She said, "Can I please charge my phone where you're sitting?" I was like, "Give it to me.
Bring the fucking
Give it to
charger
me.
over here.
Come on." I was like, "I don't even need it. I don't need it. I don't need the
Baby,
port.
just
It's all
fucking
you.
do it."
It's all you."
I've had a really long day. And
That's
if I
probably
don't
why
charge
she was
this
slinging
phone,
people's shit out of the
100%.
bins.
If I don't charge this phone,
It's gonna be
there's gonna
it.
be hell to play on this plane.
I said, "I feel that."
Hell to plane.
Hit, and I'm rolling the plane.
And I'll roll on the plane.
I said, "I feel that. Give me the phone. I'm gonna charge
That is
it."
literally crazy to me.
Well, that's
At least you guys
our
made it.
pit. Yeah. We
We
finessed
made it.
it.
I
We
mean,
made
that
it.
was like, you guys really worked for that one, I will say.
We did.
You guys still end up getting there at 2 a.m.
Yeah, flop.
But I
Complete
mean, it was
flop.
better than driving 5 hours, just driving 2.
Or flying to Dallas,
Yeah,
spending the
thank
night at
God.
Dallas, getting
Oh.
a hotel in Dallas, and then redoing the whole airport situation the next day, checking in, booking.
That
It would
is
have been
our-
a nightmare
It's too much.
because we would have had to extend our whole trip because it would have taken a whole other day just to
Right,
go from
just to
Dallas
get
to
there.
Florida. So
Yeah, we were supposed to get there, I think, like 8 p.m. We wound up getting there at like, what was
So
it? Like
late.
midnight, 1
1 or
a.m.
2 a.m. I don't
2 a.m.
remember.
something like that. It was super late.
But luckily, at least it's like your timing isn't like you're not probably as tired because
No, not at all.
It's
We're
like
on
Cali
the West Coast
time.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
exactly.
fine.
Yeah.
So, but it's still like hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was hell of a travel. What's your peak?
You getting pit.
Did you
I'm
say
like-
peak yet?
I haven't even said peak or
Laura
pit,
went
y'all.
peak and pit already.
But I
Well, they
did
merged.
say that's what she needs to do. Thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Did you guys know that hyaluronic acid naturally occurs in our skin but decreases gradually as we age? This decrease can cause skin to become thinner, drier, more prone to wrinkles, and Ritual's Hyacera supplement is clinically proven to reduce wrinkles and improve skin smoothness, which I would love.
Hyacera is a once daily skin supplement clinically proved to reduce wrinkles, fine lines, and increase smoothness within 90 days. In a clinical study, Hyacera led to 3.6 times the reduction of crow's feet wrinkles within 90 days as compared to a placebo. Ritual is a female-founded B Corp, meaning they are holding themselves accountable to not just their company's financial health, but also the health of the people of our planet.
I personally love the gut health one. I think it's really, really good. You know, I'm
Yes.
all about the gut health. Honey.
Yes.
I need this gut to be good, and this IBS is running rampant. So if you guys want to try to start Hyacera to help minimize wrinkles without compromising on clean science, Hyacera from Ritual is clinically proven skin supplement you can actually trust. Get 25% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/full. Start Ritual or add Hyacera to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/full for 25% off.
Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Cha-ching! That's the sound you'll hear when you switch your business to Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell, online, in person, or on social media and beyond.
Shopify is the best all-in-one commerce platform capable of handling your business complexity no matter how big you grow. You're probably thinking, sure, but migrating is going to be a headache. But you guys, Shopify's App Store has the migration apps you need to migrate your products, orders, customers, and more from every major e-commerce platform to Shopify. Me and Laura are huge fans of Shopify. We use it for both of our businesses. We're absolutely freaking obsessed. It makes everything so much easier.
Stop leaving sales on the table. Switch your business to Shopify and discover why millions trust Shopify as their all-in-one commerce platform to build, grow, and run their businesses. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage, all lowercase. That's 1 month for just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage. Shopify.com/full coverage. Cha-ching.
Mine is also a merger, peak and pit, because Zaya had surgery. It was gonna be just my combined one. So that's my peak and it's my pit.
He just gasped so hard.
I feel so bad for her.
I know.
But it's funny because it's like you knew and you're like,
I know. We've been talking about it.
That was very Laura. Like that was very Laura, like shocked to like hear news that you've already heard. Pretending like you have no idea what I'm gonna say.
No, I gotcha. Can we bring her on the podcast?
We should. We just have her. You guys, you know what's really funny about Zaya is that if she was on the podcast, she would actually just be on my lap the entire time.
Please bring her.
The entire hour.
Nugget.
I don't honestly.
You should have brought her this time.
My sister's at my house right now watching her, but she got surgery. She had a liver biopsy. That's what we had done.
Intense.
And it's intense, but it's not as crazy as I thought it was. Once they explained it, they're like, we do a laparoscopy, so they do like 2 incisions. They go in with the instrument instead of doing like a full like cut down the middle. It's like 2 mini cuts inside, and they just like everything's gotten easier. So Zaya has high like bilapid proteins in her liver, and she's had it for like a while, and it like fluctuates so heavily. So we finally were like, okay, like let's just figure out like what's the root, what's the cause, what's the issue. Like this could be like a big issue later on in life, and she's youngish now. Would rather do it now when she can like kind of handle the recovery way easier.
Right.
So I was obviously so freaked out, I was so paranoid. The pit was just like her doing it, but like obviously the peak is like the fact that it's all done. She woke up, she was fine, everything, and the surgery is good. So I'm just gonna be waiting a few more days to hear like results of like what is actually going on. But also like the amount of money I had to pay. I don't have pet insurance.
How much this costs you.
I don't have pet insurance. I did not know it was gonna be so expensive. I was literally shocked. Now I'm looking to Miss Trupanion. I said, baby, I'm gonna need some pet insurance because it's so crazy. I didn't know. I'm like thinking like, how do people just pay for this? Like, how? Like, how is this possible? They don't.
They don't take the dogs to the vet.
Or they just don't take them to the vet.
There was no such thing as a vet when we were growing up.
Because it's like, dude, it's impossible.
You do not take an edible because like when you're living with your money to keep yourself alive and your kids alive, like the animals definitely have to come last.
Right. 100%. The thing is like, to me, it's like she's my baby, so it's like she's my priority.
Well, you're at a good point in your life where you can take care of her. I can
take care of her. So it's like
still that bill.
Originally they were like it's gonna be $7,000. I go
Jesus,
and that's not even for the treatment. That's just for the biopsy, right?
For the surgery. For the surgery, for like her staying overnight, for like everything that would take for it, including like the visits, the checkups, it was gonna be like literally $6,800. They ended up giving me like $2,000 back because like they didn't need all the things that they thought they were gonna need, but it still ends up being almost $5,000. And I'm like, this is so wild to me. Mind you, I'm not just at a regular vet. I'm at a specialist. I'm like at an internal medicines specialist. Like I'm not just doing like a mom and pop vet. You know, I'm going to like a specific place for what she needs. So, you know, I'll keep you guys updated like what's going on. I'm not exactly sure, but luckily she's like doing fantastic, and she has her little full body suit on because I'm not like a cone person. Like I don't like her to wear a cone. So she has like a literal full body suit from like
a onesie,
her vagina up to her freaking neck, like a onesie that she can't like access anything. So that's currently the journey that we're on. And I've been at home. It's been what, 4 days now, and I've been home every single day, all day, watching her to make sure she doesn't jump, to make sure she doesn't do anything. And I got her like these like mini staircases, so she can go up to my bed or go up to like the couch.
So she's not jumping and straining.
She's not jumping and straining, and I blocked off the staircases so she can't. I had to like lift her and put her down if she wants to be downstairs. I'll pick her up, take her downstairs, and then I have her little staircase on the couch. She wants to go on the couch, and then if not, I pick her up upstairs, and then I have her staircase up to my bed if she wants to lay in bed.
How long is her hill time?
Like almost 4 weeks.
Oh shoot!
Luckily, it's like I don't have to be like on her for 4 weeks like that, but it's like not supposed to be like roughhousing, playing anything crazy for 2 to 4. So it's like And it's funny because I could tell last night like she kind of wanted to play. And I was like, "You're trying me."
Not the socks, man.
She wanted to play sockies, you guys. And I was like, "No," because like she was looking at my socks and she looked at me like this. So I was like, no, we're not doing that. And I literally was like, "No." I picked her up, put her on my bed. I'm like, "Lay down."
She said, "You gonna bring the hogs out or what?"
Literally.
Does she know what no means?
She knows no. She knows no. She absolutely knows no. Your cats have no idea.
But they do not care.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They know, but they don't care. Like if I'm like, Zay, get off like the couch or like get off like the table or something, she'll do it.
Then she knows.
So she knows like when I'm like no. But yeah, so like that's been like my fucking literal hell for the past week.
Oh man, isn't that the worst?
Every day, and I'm so like paranoid of things because like I don't want her to scratch or itch. Like I don't want her to like rupture her stitches. I don't want anything to happen. So when I was filming, I brought her bed and like her whole little setup into the beauty room, locked the door, and I'm like, "You're gonna just sleep here when I'm filming."
So mommy can work.
Yeah, so mommy can work, but you're gonna stay here.
So you can keep an eye on her.
Yeah, I'm very blessed and lucky that I get to work from home and like I'm able to take care of her like that. But it's just like it's really unfortunate that like the system is what it is because it's so expensive and people care so much and like they're so passionate about their pets that like I don't know, it's really crazy to see that it's not more affordable or like there's like better options for people. And it was crazy because last night when I went in because I had like a freak out. I was like, she has internal bleeding. I was fully convinced because like she had like red all over her stomach.
Did, like, he sent me a picture and I was like, and I'm the opposite of a hypochondriac. Exactly. I think nothing's wrong with me when things are wrong. But I told him, I was like, to me, this does look scary.
It looks scary. I was literally like, so
I get it.
I'm taking her in. Like I just wanted to take her in real quick. And when I was there, it ended up just being like bad.
Wait, tell me you were glam. tell me you were glam.
I was in the middle of glamming. Okay, I'm fully painted. Okay, I have full coverage on. Like I have a full base, blush, everything. And I went to go check on Zay before I like finished filming, and I noticed the redness that was like kind of traveling, and I was like, we're going right now. I don't even take off my glam. I take her immediately to the vet, and I walk in there, and I have like I put on like see-through glasses, just because I was like, okay, I don't even want that kind of like a hoodie on. I was like, I don't want any of that kind of attention. I have big glasses on. Like I just want to be. I have to film after, so I'm gonna be painted after too. But I get there and I'm like,
full diva,
and I'm like, can you guys help me?
Full diva.
Zay was just here on Tuesday. On Friday. And I'm literally like my highlight because it's two girls working at the front and they have lashes on. And I'm like, can you help me?
Manny.
I actually took a video of me at the vet being fully painted. Let me show you.
Let me see.
I had the glasses on. Fully fucking.
Oh my god. Oh, you're glam.
I was full coverage,
you're
you guys.
Blushed
fully.
up.
I was blushed, full coverage. I was fully glam. That was the.
Only you had eyeshadow on.
I know. The thing is, I was right before I had mascara on. I was right before that part. So at least I had not that yet, but yeah, everything was fine. Everything was good. But I noticed yesterday because they had security there. And I asked I was like, why do you guys have security here?
Yeah.
Because I was so curious. I was like, why do you guys have security? And they're like,
have a famous dog?
No. I was literally like, because like they were the security behind it. I was like, do you guys have security because people get crazy on you guys? Like, because it's very intense with their pets. And they're like, yeah, that's exactly why we have security.
No way.
Wait, why?
And I was like,
why?
What? I was like, me grabbing your toes. I'm like, what?
Like, why?
So I that's what I had assumed it was. I was like, do you guys have a security because people will go crazy and go off on you because of things being expensive and like they're gonna like freak out and like want to attack you guys if things don't go their way with their pets? And they're like, yes.
There had to have been an incident then.
There obviously must have been an incident where the pricing was too high. The people like freaked out. I will say I did notice like when I was sitting down waiting, the doctor came out and they're like, hey, like you want to do this scan, this thing, because like they had brought their pet in. I was obviously eavesdropping. They're like, they want to do this scan, they want to do this, they want to do this and that, and like, it's gonna be about $1,500, and for like the amount of things that they needed to do for the pet because the pet was like doing something, and the woman's like, no, where is she? Like to her cat, she's like, where's my cat? And they're like, she's literally like,
it's me.
On she's literally you. She's like literally has like the mask on, like the breathing tube, not a breathing tube, but like she has like a helper breather, and they're like, let me go back and see her. Like we're not doing all that.
Imagine like. If somebody did that to like their kid, like no, we're not doing this procedure.
That shit.
Let's go.
No, literally. And so I was like, I don't know what happened, obviously, because I was literally just that part from last night, but once I saw her freak out the way she did, that woman, that's when I had asked about security. I was like, do you get people like in here often that like will freak out on you guys and need security to protect you? And they're like, yes.
What's the point of acting like that? The bill's the bill. They're not going to give you a discount for acting like an asshole.
No,
they're not going
I
to
was like, the thing is they itemize everything so severely so that you know exactly what you're paying for, why you're paying for it, and it's
Did
like,
they
yeah,
give
it's
you financing
expensive.
options? Did they give you?
There's true pay, like, yeah, there's financing options. There's pet insurance. Like, there's things that you can do to help it, but it's like that was why they had security, and I've never seen security at a vet before.
That's
ever,
wild.
and it was at nighttime.
Oh my Lord.
I was like, damn, you guys actually need security here.
That's crazy.
There's crazy people. But I understand like tensions are high when it's like your pet and it's like your thing, and it's like humans have insurance, so like a lot of times your copay is gonna be like what, $30.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like if you don't have that, they're gonna be paying $1,500 out of pocket, like.
I don't even understand how people, like, one thing we were talking about, like, you know, vets, like, I don't understand how people, like, we never went to the doctor growing up. We've already gotten into this. Like, we didn't have money for, like, dentists and doctors ever. I probably went to the dentist twice my whole childhood, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, my entire
and you
childhood.
have all your teeth, though.
Shocking.
That's a miracle.
But, like, we did not have money for those luxuries, but like I went to the doctor 2 times. A dermatologist consider a specialist, so you normally have to pay a little more on copay for specialists. But like I added up just for this face rash, I added up all the money for paying for my prescriptions and my appointments, and I was almost $500 in.
For just that, for just
this, because remember I had to do 4 different prescriptions, 2 different appointments. That doesn't cover. Plus with my, I'm saying out pocket,
and that's with insurance.
That's with insurance, because like every copay was like $75 each time, plus all the medicine. So and taking like 2 days out of my schedule to go. So I'm like, we're talking about like a face rash, $500 in.
Crazy.
Like
I just like don't
with
understand.
Insurance. That is with insurance. I'm just like, damn. It's
so
like
imagine without.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to treat it.
It's
like
impossible.
if I couldn't afford that, I couldn't treat it.
It was crazy. I was really, really, really shocked. And the thing is, like, I understand that it's a specialist. Like, they're probably charging more than a regular vet would be because it's like internal medicine, like things like that. But it's like, still, it feels very much like for profit to me.
I know.
Definitely.
And it's like, obviously, I know that they care, and I like this facility a lot. I feel like they really care about Zaya a lot. Like, they're very in on it with her.
They do.
And they care about her, but it's still like, the bottom dollar is still what it is, and it's like so I feel like everything is so high for what it needs to be, too high for what it is. But yeah, that's my peak and pit.
That was your pit. What was your peak?
Just combined that she came out of it fine.
Oh, okay.
Ty really was not gonna let that pass.
He's like,
by.
how dare you?
You will say a peak.
My peak, guys. I have a peak.
Oh,
so Tyler's on social media now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am starting to make golf content. I really enjoy golfing, and I golf all the time anyway. So why not do something with that? Yeah, exactly. And like, there's a golf community out there. I realize like it's a lot of Loris fans that follow me, but still,
but then the thing is, like, it could turn into something of like your own,
right? Exactly.
If you have like, especially if you're like, uploading on TikTok, like that can be its
so I'm doing
own
TikTok,
thing.
Instagram. I might eventually get into YouTube.
Damn.
But it's
shorts.
been
You go
good.
shorts.
Yeah.
And do you like it? Are you having fun with it?
I am really having fun with it. It's really hard to do. It's hard to like navigate filming as well as like actually going out there and like playing golf. It's
for fun.
Really hard to navigate, and like especially when it's like 4 people all out there. Everybody's got to be invested in the video, or else it's like it's awkward to like have somebody on that doesn't want to be on. You know, so
or you're like, well, you guys, I didn't get my shot. Like,
right. So I'm having to like find a group of people that are like willing to do this with me. So I got a couple of guys.
I love that.
It's really fun. I enjoy it. So follow me on Instagram, y'all.
If you want to see some cool golf
content. If you want to see golf content.
It's really well done.
008.
It is. He does such a good job
I'm very,
at
very
it.
impressed.
Thank you. I'm having fun doing it.
Good.
That's
all
what's
that
important.
matters. Hopefully I can get some, some free stuff here and there.
I mean, that's
Tyler's literally doing it for free golf club.
And why the fuck not? Golf stuff is so expensive.
I know.
Golf stuff is so expensive.
I didn't realize, like, when I was buying my brothers and dads, when I was buying my brothers and dad, like, stuff for golf, the shit is so expensive. Like, I got like a sweater.
Expensive.
It was like $150 each sweater, and I was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
is going on?"
Not only is the clothing expensive, the equipment
super expensive.
So expensive.
Stupid expensive.
You think the medical field's expensive?
Shit.
Try golfing.
Baby, golfing's the luxury. That's an actual luxury, because that's so crazy.
That's a luxury.
It's a lot. It's a lot. You get, I think, 14 clubs you're allowed to have in your bag. So that can be, you can spend
like a couple $100 each.
Yeah, you can spend on the lower end probably like $800 or $900 for a whole set, but that's like not good quality stuff. If you want good quality stuff, you're looking at like $3,000 to $5,000. Oh yeah, golf can be.
I know Tyler's fucking bag.
I compare everything to a Chanel.
Absolutely. I know that bag is expensive, the one that you have. There's no
bag, okay, but like the clubs are expensive. That's what I'm saying. Like my clubs are like $1,000. Oh, all of it, yeah.
Yes, combined. Yeah. They're probably $1,000 each.
My clubs are probably around like $2,000.
Okay.
All together, everything that I have is probably like $2,000. But I've accumulated that over time.
Yes.
I didn't go spend. Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't go spend $2,000 on all this all at once. I've accumulated, and I switched stuff
leveling up and stuff
here and there. Yeah.
That's so crazy. The same with I know my dad's is like
expensive,
very expensive.
Yeah. Your dad's really good at golf. Tyler tells me.
Oh, he's
good.
Tyler plays with me.
He's very talented.
He's really good.
That's like his passion.
How long has he been
Aaron's
playing?
getting into it. My youngest brother's getting into it now, and Nick plays. So
I need to. Your brother asked me to play like a month ago, but I wasn't able to make it. So I need to follow up with him.
Absolutely. Whenever he's back up here,
I'll bring one of my guys, and then we'll beat them down. You know what I mean?
My dad's really good.
Yeah,
Nick's getting there.
My buddy Jason's really good.
Oh,
good.
I think he can handle your dad.
Oh, sick.
And then I'll handle Nick, and then it's just
the thing is, but like. Nick and my dad are extremely competitive people.
Yeah.
So they'll be mad. Really funny.
They'll be mad.
It's going to be really quite interesting to see and to hear about it. I can't wait to hear about it.
So the challenge is out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know they watch full coverage. So.
I'm sure my mom sees this episode. She'll show them this exact clip. She's like, look at
so Nick,
30 minutes and 3 seconds.
Nick Manuel Sr. coming for you.
Sure.
Sure.
I believe it. I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. This podcast is sponsored by Smalls. You guys, Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. So make it your New Year's resolution to get your cat eating healthier with Smalls.
I actually feed Smalls to my cats. Just FYI, they like the bird and the fish the best. Okay. But they are seriously obsessed with it. Also, it's a healthier switch for my cat. And after making the switch, 90% of cat owners reported the overall health improvements of their cat. And that's a really big deal, you know. The Smalls team is so confident your cat will love their product that you can try it risk-free, which means they'll refund you if your cat will not eat their food.
It's 2024. Are you still feeding your cat kibble? Head to smalls.com/full and use promo code FULL at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use our code FULL for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code FULL for 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
Thank you to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Who wants better sex, anyway?
Me. I do.
Well, the best way to do that is to get started and to go to adamandeve.com right now.
You guys, Adam and Eve is a great website for, sex positivity. There's everything you could possibly need for a sexual experience. There's lingerie, there's toys, there's everything. There's everything you could possibly need. And I have literally bought things from their site before, and I used code FULL, and it was lovely saving money with our own freaking code from buying things. I've gotten lube from there.
Wow.
The size of my arm.
A big old bottle. Big old bottle.
It really does. It's really, really great.
Don't wait. Better sex is one click away. That's 50% off one item plus free shipping and free rush processing. Bring more pleasure and satisfaction into your bedroom. Go to adamandeve.com and select any one item to be adventurous. Just enter the code FULL at checkout. That's FULL, FOOL, at adamandeve.com. This is an exclusive offer specific to this podcast, so be sure to use the code FULL at discount for 50% off almost any item plus free shipping, and get it fast with rush processing. Code FULL. Shall we jump into rapid fire?
Let's jump in. And we will put a timestamp for the people in case they want to skip our peak.
For our first topic on rapid fire, it is Reesa Teesa.
Who did I marry?
Who did I marry? She created a series on TikTok. It is a 50-part series, and each video is 10 minutes long. So what is 50 times 10? 500 minutes of talk time.
That is? So, and then dividing that by 60, how many hours is that?
500 divided by 60. Let's see.
Almost 10 hours?
Basically, Netflix give this woman a documentary.
Yeah, almost 10 hours.
Almost. Oh my God, I did that math in my head.
Proud of you.
That was crazy. Okay, almost 10 hours worth of content. So Reesa Teesa, she did a series, obviously, like Laura was saying, and it blew up on TikTok. It's been like, I would say one of our top comments from our last episodes, like, talk about Reesa Teesa.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can you explain to me what this is about? Like, is it a trivia to us guessing who she's married to, or she doesn't know who she's married to?
She's telling the story.
She's telling the story in this 50 part series.
She knew who she was married to, and it turns out she did not know who so she titled it, Who Did I Marry?
So this is like a documentary of like her marriage. Yes. Oh, I like that.
It's almost literally like a Hulu series, but on
it's
TikTok.
Genius. She's genius.
Wait, I'm gonna have to watch this.
And it's blown up. She's literally gained millions of followers, and I would say a month.
Is she a good storyteller?
Very good storyteller.
Very good storyteller.
And she's basically just talked about these experiences that she's had with her now obviously ex-husband. Like when they met on like 2 dating apps. One was a different name, so she was kind of like, that's like a red flag. Like it was his nickname, but it's like one was him regular name, different name. We're gonna call him Legion. That's what they were saying, Legion. And they quickly moved in together. She got pregnant. They're like, okay, well, let's get married because, you know, quarantine's happening.
And they're older. They're not older, 19 years old like kids. Like they're older. So they're like, let's get married. Let's do it. She has a miscarriage. You know, and so didn't end up happening. But basically, like, as things progressed, like the cracks in their relationship started to like show what he was like basically a con man the entire time and was like using his like brothers. He had like apparently a brother using all his information to make it show like that was him as a person, but it wasn't. Just so many crazy nuanced things, like talking about like Social Security, like the one that he gave her was like different than the one they got married with. Social Security number.
Social Security. So it's like just things like that were like, what the fuck is going on? And it finally got to this point where she like got a restraining order on him, divorced him. He was like living out of his car. He was 3X when they started dating, turned into a medium after all this time. Like, dang. It's some crazy story of like her wanting to go to like, you know, London, and he was like, yeah, of course. Like he was a cheater as well, like in DMs with other women, like just basically telling the entire story play by play. We obviously can't elaborate that heavily in a
10 hours of
it's 10 hours of content that we're trying to minimize in
have you guys
10
watched
minutes
any of it?
I've seen like a few.
I've watched a few,
but it's daunting.
And we've watched the full breakdown.
And we watched the breakdown.
We know everything that happened, and I kind of don't want to spoil the whole thing. But basically, what it cracks down into is she married a man who played someone else. But the lies are like crazy. Like for instance, said that he was pretending to be his brother because he was using all his brother's information to play to be this person. But she was like, that doesn't make any sense because we would talk to his brother on the phone every morning. But there was no one actually on the phone. It was him talking to himself. No. Like the lies go the brother so and him hadn't
talked in 5 years.
This is deep.
The lies go so far and deep that this guy would take it to. So that's when the story gets so crazy. Like her videos on TikTok have like 50 million views on like one album. Like,
no, it's great. The thing is, the reason I haven't watched all of them is because it is so much content that I'm like, sometimes I'll get overwhelmed by something when it's like, I know I want to do it, but there's so much of it that I'm like, fuck, I can't start yet. Like I need to have a moment of peace. Like I can't.
I will be watching it all, but yeah, I want to wait till like I do that with reading books or a puzzle. I'll wait till like have a down period and
to do
then
it all or
get
binge
into
something.
it. Yeah, or binge or binge something.
I now understand a TikTok I saw like yesterday where a guy was saying me trying to figure out who she married, and he was like, he was on his phone like doing all his daily like life stuff, like he was taking a shit, he was taking a shower, he was on the phone like listening.
Because it's such a long series.
Now I understand that.
And now you understand.
I didn't know what that was. I just scrolled
that
past
is why it's blown up. It's become a huge thing, and it's like I'm really happy for Reesa, for her to be able to get this like amazing amount of like quick fame and like just like really intense like 15 minutes of fame, which is awesome because it's like she went through this literal hellscape with this man that she didn't even know, and like now apparently I think that she's like going to London, like someone's like flying her, like a brand is flying out to London to like having these experiences that she thought she was going to have with this man.
She always wanted a BMW
awesome.
and she always wanted to go to London. And like this guy promised her all these things and they never happened.
Never happened.
So like the world's making it happen for her.
The
but
world is.
what's happened is, so when she started this series, granted these videos are getting 50, 30 million views and you get paid for that. Unfortunately, she said she was not a part of the creator program when
During the entire thing.
No, but when she started it, she wasn't. So a lot of it she didn't get paid for.
Yeah.
And then she she did this day. It took her a long time to upload all this. So then she gets into the creator program. So she starts to make some money off of it. But then she uploaded content that had already been uploaded to TikTok. And that's something you can't do. There's so many rules with the creator program, guys. You can't do a lot of things. But that's one of the rules. Like you can't upload a minute video and then re-upload that video and then pay you for it again, essentially. Right. And she had done that. So they kicked her out of the program. So I'm almost like, I'm not going to watch it until she's back into the creator program so she can get her coin off me watching it. Although I'm just one person, but I'm just saying,
but
like,
in general.
Yeah, just in general. What I really hope comes out of this, I am a documentary fiend.
Exactly.
And I've watched several documentaries that deals with situations like this. So I really don't see why she couldn't get like a Netflix, HBO documentary off this and really cash the check and exactly. And like make her dreams come true. Especially after, what a reward after dealing with such a fucking nightmare.
Literally.
Like if she could just get a documentary, and I would literally delete off TikTok and be like, go watch my special on HBO.
No, literally be like, that's genius, Laura. Like delete it off TikTok. You got your coin already.
You got your coin off TikTok. And then go tell them to watch on HBO. I watch on there too. So I hope what I hope for her out of all this, I hope she gets like her own series documentary. That's where it would hit big.
Where do you two as creators, where do you go from there if you're her? If you've already got this story out there, now you have this big platform.
So
Q&As.
Once it's all over, Q&As or whatever, then what?
Then what?
I don't know.
She has such a big audience, though. I feel like she could then like be open with her dating now, like her dating life now, and like what she's doing next, and then just turn it into like her page, which obviously she's not going to get 50 million views on like everything she does. But if you have such a big, she gained like 2 million people on her TikTok in like weeks. It took a couple weeks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like now she has an audience, and so now she can have a career. So I don't know.
I like the idea of like following like dating journey, like how a date was, doing a story time of like how the date was, the experiences.
And then if she meets someone and dates them, like, let that be your TikTok. Like a lot of people is like family TikTok or just like them and their spouse. A lot of my TikToks are just like me and Ty doing stuff. So she could take it a number of ways once you have that many followers on there. But it's really fucking cool how like being an influencer now, you don't have to wait for a production company. You don't have to wait for some stupid ass director to say you're chosen or a casting person. You get your cell phone. You got your cell phone. You choose yourself. You get to say, I'm going to do this, And
the cool thing is like she isn't even a creator. Like she wasn't a creator. She was just like a regular person who was just like, I'm going to tell my story, and if people are interested, they will hear it. So it's like, she's such a good storyteller. She automatically captured, and she's so like calm, and she's just like chilling on her bed, like just telling you. It's a FaceTime call. It's a FaceTime call. She's very like
what it gives.
Relatable in that way. Like the experience isn't relatable in the way of like, not everyone's marrying con men, but like she is a relatable human being.
She is.
And she's fun to watch. Like she's very, I think she did a great job. And I'm really happy for her success after that literal hell that she went through for that time.
Yeah.
Thank God now she's divorced and everything is like good. And I love that the last time they ever spoke or she spoke, she's like, if you ever contact me again, like I'm going to get a restraining order on you. And then he has not contacted her since. So I'm like, thank God.
He's seen these too.
Good.
He has.
Let him watch them.
But apparently, like he like went like low key homeless towards the end of it because he was like living in his car, smelling like shit, looking like shit. Lost all that weight, like completely.
Well, when you're not conning people, you're gonna have to figure your own shit out.
Figure it out.
Hello.
That's crazy. Lying to his whole family the entire time, telling his aunt that they can't wait to bring the baby over when
saying
they never
had a baby,
even though she had an abortion.
Well, he lied to told these crazy lies to everybody.
Yeah.
To everybody.
That is, and apparently, like the family was just saying like he's been a liar his whole life.
Yeah,
like,
and
he's just a liar.
She got a hold of his family, and she was like, "Oh, there's no child," and she was telling them the tea, and they were like, "Oh, honey, you got in bed with the wrong one. We don't like him either." Yeah,
you're like, baby, we've been dealing with this for years.
Yeah, we ain't dealing with him either.
That is crazy to me to have a family member that is literally just like a pathological liar that cannot stop lying.
It's crazy, like when people like that get into like situations of power. Like I feel like there's been documentaries on that. When you remember that medical doctor that was like,
oh my God,
people's spines up.
Yes,
and also
and it seemed like Dr. Death. And it seemed like he had no idea what he was doing.
Throat, yep.
Remember the trachea one that was replacing people's trachea with plastic, and found himself in this high up power, and it was all a scam, and all his patients died.
Like he just wanted to be a sick.
He was scamming the system. Yeah, he wanted the fame.
Dr. Death.
So there's a lot of people that find themselves here, but I just love whenever they do documentaries on it, because it makes you so aware that like this can happen to you too, and that there are people out there.
To be careful.
Like, don't just trust any doctor. Don't just trust any man that you want to date. You know, like look into this shit. So
absolutely.
Okay, our next topic is Charli D'Amelio. So this is an interesting topic.
It is fascinating to me.
I disagree with a lot of like the shit she's getting, because like
totally.
I don't know. It's like. Basically, this guy broke down a TikTok as to why Charli D'Amelio.
2 now.
Oh, really?
There's 2 videos now. Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but he did a really good job. Like to me, like breaking down the situation.
The entire thing.
He didn't seem very hateful. He just kind of seemed like this is why I think the D'Amelio family didn't work out like the Kardashians did. That was like the premise.
He's like a marketing student. I think he was like a marketing student, or he like does something with social media. Like that's he was like studying like what was on. He's like, this is why I think that this is what happened. Very more matter of fact, and it wasn't like hating on them in any way, shape, or form. He was just like, this is why I think they fell off. This is why I think what's going on. Like, this is what they should have done instead of this, and this.
And the video blew up.
Blew up.
And then he made a part 2 because Charli blocked him from the first video.
Well, Charli's getting absolutely wrecked because of his videos. So, like...
I'd probably block his ass, too.
I was about to say, I mean, like, imagine getting in drama right now because your numbers are low. Like, imagine, like, getting canceled because you're not getting enough likes and views. Like that's why they're mad at her. We live in. They're literally mad at her for not getting it.
That's the TikTok world.
That's the TikTok world.
But the thing that he wasn't even saying like anything like that. He wasn't saying like she's a flop. Like it was just talking about like where they were at, what they could have done to go like and
the internet just took it and ran.
And they took it and ran with it. Obviously, he was just kind of comparing. This kid was comparing
them to the
like,
Kardashians.
The Kardashians, like how like the Kardashians have made things work for them, how there's passion behind the projects that they've done, like all these things. Whereas if you look in the D'Amelios, you don't see that same like passion, or you don't see that same like vibe as you would see like in the Kardashians. Like
I agree with him on everything. The only thing I feel like I disagree with him on was that if you actually look at the track record of the Kardashians, they each have about 1 million failed brands underneath them. And one girl actually years ago did a TikTok listing all the brands the Kardashians have ever had, and each one of them has had a bazillion brands that they've opened the doors and that they flopped and that they put their money toward hair vitamins and diet pills and like anything and everything, Pepsi, and like truly that their heart and soul were not in. It was to cash a check. So they've done the same things as the D'Amelios have.
But now they've gotten to the point where it's like it actually makes sense.
They play different cards. So I think the situations were a bit different, to be honest, because that's his whole premise is like the Kardashians did it right. They made brands that made sense.
Right.
Like you have Kourtney with the health vlog. She's a health nut.
Yep.
You know, Kim with her Skims and her shapewear.
She's all about shapewear.
She's the queen of that. Like all their brands make sense.
Kylie,
but they didn't,
lip kits
but they didn't always make sense.
No, right.
And like and then he did break down, which I found interesting, all the different brands that the D'Amelio family had attached themselves to. And it's any brand and every brand. He's saying there's no soul behind their marketing. And I do agree with that, but whenever, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Basically, Charli blew up literally overnight around 2020 on TikTok. 100 million followers. That's like unheard of.
Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, of course, they're gonna try to monetize it in some way. Like, they
cash in while you can.
You cash in while you can, or at least that's what the family tried to do, and monetize it for all of them, and not just be like, oh, well, Charli's the star. It's like we're all gonna be the star. I think we're all gonna make it into like a Kardashian thing where it's like everyone has their own thing. But it's like he was making a point when he was like, she's a dancer. Like she could have came out with like this athleisure wear.
I have to agree. I have to agree.
Oh, you agree? Yeah,
I agree with that.
I feel like that would have been genius. What he was saying with
that,
like a dancing shoe.
Like they totally missed the mark on what they were advertising. And see, that's where he got me, where I totally agree with him.
Right now, I remember seeing them like they're like advertising like these like snacks inside like Walmart, like these like popcorn snacks, and then like a shoe brand, and then.
But see, Kardashians have done all of that.
They've done all those things, absolutely. But I think that now that they have this like rhythm of like what they really like stand behind, and like they're like one thing.
But the Kardashians had the momentum because of their TV show that was getting so many views to keep pushing them until they figured out we need to create brands that are attached to our souls.
Yes, that makes sense for us.
And when you're a TikToker, you don't get that much time.
Yeah.
Because TikToker, your lifeline is 2 to 3 years. So, because Charlie probably blew up, close around 2020.
Right.
It's barely 2024, February, almost March. She's not dead on social media. First of all,
very big numbers. She's just not as.
A couple months ago, she just got 1 million likes on her TikTok, literally doing nothing. So I'm like, I don't think she's dead, guys.
No, she's definitely not. It's literally just like not what they're comparing to what it once was.
It is a fraction,
and it's a fraction. That's probably what they're saying. It's like, girl, she's still popping as fuck. Popping. It like, still has the opportunity to come out with that dance line. You know what I mean? To do things that make more sense.
But I get it if you're
throwing
comparing.
Morphe 2 in there was kind of strange. Like,
I think it's just I think it's a hard concept for people because all we've ever known is influencers, and to be around for like almost 10 years, and like you see that, but influencing is different now. One, look at the amount of influencers we have now versus what we had. So naturally they're going to be rising faster and falling off faster. Like that's just going to be the evolution of influencers,
It's like kind of scary, to be honest. Like imagining like starting now as an influencer, I just can't even imagine. Like I really, really can't. Like the competition, the intensity, the just like the almost like blasé with it too. Like I feel like a lot of people aren't connected to people now.
I'm glad I just started posting.
Right as you just become, right as you just, I'm like,
I couldn't imagine.
I can't imagine.
We're like,
but Tyler, okay, again, you've been doing this for a long time with Laura.
I exactly. I see everything that she does and goes through. Honestly, I get a lot of my inspiration from her, like what she does and like how she works. It's amazing.
It's so commendable.
It's really sweet.
It is. It's very true. I could not agree more.
I put a lot of effort into everything I do, and I don't just wake up in the morning and it's like, I think I'll do this today. Like, I have every inch of everything planned out, honey, and that's how you execute. But, like we're saying about Charlie, like it is what it is, but I hate for her, I guess out of this guy was just making a video making points, and a lot of his points are very accurate, and that's why I think it caught so much wind, because he's not being a hater.
No, he was just like, this is more like what I would have done instead, like kind of thing.
But is he blaming her downfall on the brand stuff that they've done?
He's basically just saying like that they could have done something different, and that's why they're not to prolong.
Okay.
The like.
Is her content like kind of the same? Like she hasn't evolved her content.
I went and watched all her content, by the way, after I watched this, because I was like, I haven't seen her on my page in forever.
I would think that's more of the issue than the branded stuff. Then
I personally,
if you're doing the same content over and over and over again, it'll work for a while.
Totally.
But like,
if you don't evolve,
social media evolves, so you have to evolve with it.
But the thing is also, when you take too much on, that also is bad too. Like,
true.
When you're trying to do so many things, like she has now the Hulu show. She was on Dancing with the Stars. Like when you're doing a lot of things, like obviously it makes sense to be in the public eye. But if you start to like forfeit what you had from the platform that helped give you those things.
I guess it all depends. Are you trying to be an influencer? Or are you trying to be like
no, they're trying to be
mainstream?
They're trying to be
media.
more. Obviously, like if you're coming out with a show on Hulu, you're not trying to just be an influencer. You're trying to do so much more than that, which makes sense. But it's like there's such this like weird fine line of this balance that's what he was talking about. It's like you have to have passion in things. You have to show things differently.
So
like
true.
That's what he's saying.
Like I don't even see them being passionate about their Hulu show, because if I had a show, I would talk about it on my social media.
Every day?
Every day. Like every fucking day. To show I'm passionate about it. And like she doesn't.
Well, like for example, the passion you show from Minim LA, like what you see, what you show your followers, like they can see that you have passion behind it, and that's something that you truly connect with. Me with Lunar Beauty, I think that people know that I really care deeply for my brand. And I think that's what resonates with people. Like they can, like the guy said, he's like, they can sniff out a mile away. Like if you're not passionate about something and you're just trying to make a buck.
That's why I think a lot of celebrity brands flop, because like Selena Gomez is at all her events
and she cares,
and she has
you can tell she cares
regularly. She's wearing all her makeup. She's literally sitting down
talking about her makeup,
doing TikToks talking about her makeup, whereas I'm gonna say I have no shade to Ariana Grande, she just doesn't do that,
right? And
like the brand does not do nearly as well, and that's undeniable, but people can tell the passion. I think Ariana's brand, because of Ariana's status, could be just as big or bigger bigger than Rare Beauty.
It could.
But it's just not because the soul isn't there. The soul marketing.
It's more so just like I'm a big name. I'm gonna put my name behind something because that's what we always did.
It doesn't work anymore.
And it's not the same anymore.
People
Unless
have
it's literally just
gotten
like,
so
babe,
smart.
do a fragrance.
People have gotten so smart though.
They've gotten so clever. And that's what he was saying. He's like, people have gotten smarter. They know they can smell it a mile away if you don't have passion behind a project you're doing.
So true.
And I couldn't agree more. And so, you know, I don't think that it's obviously too late for the D'Amelios at all. I'm like, girl, y'all keep going. Like, keep doing your thing. Like, you know, just like he was saying, just like, I think just finding passion in projects that like you really care about.
We have to keep in mind she's a child. She's probably like
and she started
20.
when she was what, 16?
She's probably like 19, 20 now.
Exactly.
Like, I'd be like,
she has a lot of life left to live.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine like having so much life left to live.
I know.
I'd be like, wait.
You say that like you're so old.
No, I'm not saying that. But
true.
it's
we
like,
do have a lot of life.
We do too. Wait, we have a lot of life as well.
But you gotta come up with a lot more money and success if you're only 19.
For longer. Yeah.
That's what I know. These young influencers. I'm like, aye.
Oh, y'all should start when you're 25. No, there's definitely like it's just scary, like, because you just don't know how long things can last for.
So true.
You know what I mean? You can just do the best that you can, but like, if you're not, again, passionate about things, then like, what are you supposed to do?
The audience knows, and that's like the core of what he's talking about. And she's getting wrecked online. Like, I went and looked at her comments, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Because I didn't realize the video I watched was a big deal. Because it showed up on For You page. So I was like, "Oh, let me go check." And I thought, "Oh my god!"
And she was getting
y'all leave this little girl
wrecked.
alone. It's like getting wrecked over
like,
falling off. Oh my god!
What? No one should be getting wrecked for falling off. Are you kidding me? Like, why is she getting shredded for that? Like, that's so. Come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
Okay, our next topic is Billie Eilish.
Oh my god, the TikToker comment.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how you can't say anything and they're so quick they'll catch you?
Well, the thing is also like, have you noticed? Like, remember even like the Selena whispering to Taylor being like, "And they didn't let me do da like that."
That it was about TikTokers.
But what if it was? But like, for example, like they're like. You just have to be careful in those settings in the public eye like that. Even if you're at the table, eyes are always watching you. People are always looking at you. People are always have cameras on you.
She said, "Why the fuck are there so many TikTokers here?"
Where was this?
At the People's Choice Awards.
Oh, wow.
So obviously, People's Choice is hiring TikTokers or like having TikTokers there. He's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. They're obviously having them there to promote the show. Like, we all know, like, that's what it is. Influencer marketing has been a huge thing for a long time.
Yeah, influencer marketing is huge. Why would they not have them there?
So
they'd be dumb to not have them
they're saying. But I think it's more so about, like, if they have to have tact. I think that's the biggest, most important thing.
Yeah.
If a TikToker has tact and is respectful and like knows what he's there for, knows what he's doing, knows what she's doing, whatever, I think that's a completely different story of someone that thinks that they're on the level of Billie Eilish. That's gonna be like, hey Billie, like I remember seeing this video about this kid behind the scenes that was like wanting to like sing to her or something like that, and she was like, no, I'm not doing this, and it
apparently
was
that's what it was all about.
That's what I had heard.
It was that TikToker, like he kind of harassed her on the carpet.
He harassed her.
He was like, get over here, film with me, and she was like, I'm not fucking filming with you, I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm. And in a nice way.
They were playing,
yeah. But that's probably why she was like, there's something.
And then she goes in and sits down and goes, why the fuck are there so many TikTokers here?
So I think there's like a huge part, like, don't be an annoying ass.
Yeah. But also at the same time too, like media has changed in such a big way.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's mainstream media is not just the A-list celebrities anymore.
No, it's not.
Like
it's not.
Like who are all the kids following these days?
Influencers.
Yeah, they're almost more relevant.
They are.
Well, to the kids, they are more relevant.
Yeah,
they are.
So, like, let's say, like, gen to like millennials, like, they're not as much. Like, it just depends on who you're asking.
Yeah,
but it's gonna go in that direction. I mean, the award shows in 50 years are gonna be influencers only.
No, literally.
Yes,
exactly.
it is.
Literally.
It's gonna be an influencer. All of it, acting and everything, is gonna be all coming from influencers.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys not noticed celebrities are trying to be influencers? They're literally trying to revert from being a celebrity. I can list them off. Shay Mitchell.
All doing social media
They
stuff.
all just try to do social media because one, it's easier. Two, you make way more money doing social media than a lot of these acting jobs, unless you're like Brad Pitt.
And they already started off with a huge fame with being
all you have to do is post a couple, because you already have the fame, so you can sell anything. Like,
well, that's why people like The Rock and Kevin Hart are such big A-list celebrities, is because of what they've done on social media.
Their presence online is insane.
Yeah.
They're influencers.
Because they're smart, though. They're smart. Like, they know, like, we're A-list celebrities in the traditional space, so let's go and strike when the iron's hot and become social media people, too.
Right.
Like,
so they hire...
I feel like, so does somebody like Billie Eilish, does she post on
She does. I mean, she does. Probably not as heavily, But she's probably thinking like, I really think it has more to do with people having tact or not and being harassing. And like, I think you just have to be respectful of those things. Like,
I blame the People's Choice Awards because you know how people act. You see how they act on their TikToks. And if you're choosing to invite people that don't act right at the award show, then that's on People's Choice.
Totally.
Because there's a million TikTokers out there that have tact that can be invited that would not cause a problem, that wouldn't line up at people's table for a picture.
Well, also, they just want that video.
That was a problem too. There's videos coming out. So the way award shows work is you do your press, you do your pictures, you do your content on the red carpet.
And then you're left alone.
And then when you go in, they escort you to your seated table. At that point, you are to be left alone. Press is over. No press should be coming up to you. Well, the People's Choice Awards, TikTokers were lining up and finding the celebrities and running over to their tables.
See, that's not cool. That's not cool.
So that's like what we're saying is that kind of like there just needs to be like
that's on the People's Choice.
A decorum.
See, that's what I said.
So there has to be some type of like decorum.
Yeah, there should have been a PSA by the People's Choice, like, hey, during these times, you cannot do this.
Yeah, or don't
and if
like
they
walk
start
around
to do it,
during the break.
You cannot go to other people's to ask for pictures, because if you're going to invite influencers, the trick with them, they're still just like fans.
Yeah, they're people.
We're just people.
Just
they're
chilling.
not celebrities. They're still fans, even though they have a following. So they're going to act like a fan when they get in the room with a bunch of celebrities.
Right. So you have to have tact and not feel like
this is your opportunity to get content with
and it's
celebrities.
Like, I know like that you're obviously there for content, like things like that. But like, there's a fine line of being like, this is a time to make content, like you're at the carpet doing things like that. And then this is a time to just be respectful of like everyone's space and like not being in people's face and things like that. I think that's really, really important to just be mindful of, like, maybe not the celebrities don't maybe just want to take a photo with you or video with you or make content with you at the time.
I think it's more all about the award shows being mindful as who they're inviting.
Totally.
Because I think there's enough TikTokers out there to find enough that would report and give press to the show.
Well, there was a lot that were there that were completely great.
See? Like, you just got to cut the ones that are causing the ruckus and upsetting everyone. The source of the issues. They got to get the chop.
I thought that was wild.
Yeah, so Billie Eilish got caught up.
I thought there was a video of
well, she did because she saw the camera and she tried to cover her mouth and they still got her.
But I'm saying like post that, like
she's like,
she's not gonna make a comment about this.
I saw the one. Did you see the one about Bryce Hall? He like reacted to it. Bryce Hall did like a reaction because Bryce was at the thing with his like girlfriend or whatever, and he was like, I used to really like Billie Eilish, and he did this like full video. It was like, I just think like they obviously hired us to be there, like we're supposed to be there for a reason, and then like people were absolutely coming for him, being like, "Girl, you ain't nothing compared to Billie Eilish," and it's like, damn, like you should just like just don't even say anything. Like they just don't even say anything at that point. It's literally just like you're there, do your job, do your thing, but just be respectful of people's time.
Well, the thing is, there's so much footage coming out of the award shows of influencers acting inappropriate and acting like you let a fan loose on the red carpet, and that's essentially what's happening.
Right.
So, like, celebrities then have the right to say something. Yeah. And she didn't say anything too nasty. She was just like, why the fuck are they here?
And it was very like, what the fuck is going on?
It was given that. That's all she looked at.
She literally was like... So it was very fascinating to see. And I'm sure a lot of celebrities like don't mind it at all, but like...
That would literally be me, and I'm an influencer. Why the fuck are there so many TikTokers here? They're like, why are you here, bitch?
Why the fuck are you here?
Yup.
No, it's crazy. But next topic.
Manny loves this.
I even saw this.
Manny loves this.
Yes, I don't love it. What the hell's wrong with you? Okay, there is a viral video going around of Taylor Swift's on tour. She's in Australia right now, and there's this girl. Why am I laughing? You guys are making me laugh. There's this girl outside, and she does this reaction to hearing the song. You guys, it's something.
But you think that she didn't sing speaking out, I mean, right? She didn't sing speaking out. What is that? What is it?
What am I gonna do now? Fuck me. There's no way. There's just no way. No, no, no.
Okay, it's quite shocking. So there's like these two girls side to side, and then there's a girl in the middle. And she's like, not Taylor Swift playing the song that saved my life, like live. And her reaction is this like really intense, visceral, severe reaction of starts screaming, wailing, like, oh my God.
Like laying on
laying on the ground, like her little chancla and on the side.
Too much.
It was too much. And like the two girls on the side, they're kind of like,
they give each other the eye.
you know, it's the, we're going to talk shit about this later, eye. You know the eye well, Laura. We do it well. We do the eye well.
That eye.
It was very much like, bitch, this bitch is not going off right now.
No.
And the thing is, like, and everyone can understand, like, wow, a song that really means a lot to you. But that reaction was so crazy. She's getting clowned for it so much right now.
But girly.
It's like, I've seen it now, I would say 5 times.
Annie, I told y'all he loves it.
It's almost like watching it's just kind of like, so every time I watch it, it gets crazier and crazier, I think.
It's too much.
So she did this outside of the concert, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because
people
I saw a video where somebody dubbed it over like in the concert, and when they were acting like she did that, like in the
venue,
no, like with people around her,
and they're like,
what do you mean it was outside of the venue?
So it was outside, like it was like in the parking lot, like they can just hear the music going, like it's not inside the actual concert because they were sold out apparently.
Yeah, the video I saw, I thought it was inside.
She was outside of the venue.
The video I saw was like almost front row.
But apparently,
and she was wailing like that.
Apparently, that girl had been to the concert already, so she had just went back again.
Do you think she sung it like that inside the concert?
No. So apparently, this is the thing. Apparently, Taylor does this thing where she will play every single concert she does. She plays like during this like one set. She'll do different songs, so you don't know her set list because you know people always want to be like, this is the set list. She like changes it up every single time. So she played this one specific song that girl like obviously resonated quite deeply,
quite well with her,
and she was wailing. And so that's what they had her. She was like, "What song is it? What is it?" I can almost reenact the whole thing.
Baby, the poor Taylor Swift fans, I wonder if they claim her. I'm sure they do.
Oh, they definitely do.
You think they do?
They probably claim that.
Yeah,
they probably claim
maybe.
that.
I'm sure there's a lot of Swifties that are like...
They feel that.
I've never felt that way about a song before. Or
I've never felt that way about
maybe I'm missing out
Same.
on something
you guys, maybe
in my
we
life.
should.
Yeah, I've never felt that connected with a musical artist.
Oh, me neither,
or a song or a thing.
I love Lady Gaga. Like, she's like my girl. Like, that's my one artist.
If you acted like that, I will not support it. I'm not,
I know you wouldn't be like
support it. I'd be like, get your ass up.
Get up.
Get up.
You wouldn't be hugging me on the ground?
No.
You'd be looking at Tyler like...
You start acting like that over Bad Bunny. Baby, that's going to be me at the concert.
Hey, it's Bad Bunny. We're going. Me and Laura are seeing Bad Bunny soon, with CoverGirl.
That's
but it's gonna be quite.
Can you reenact it? Please reenact it for a TikTok.
Laura, let's reenact it.
Okay, yeah, we're used to sound.
No, we're gonna get shredded by the Swifties. The Swifties are gonna come for us. There's no way. The Swifties are gonna get us because they probably understand her.
They're gonna be on her side.
I don't believe it. I think that the Swifties are seeing that they're like, that's a lot. I think that they're thinking it's a lot. I do.
I don't know.
If you're a Swiftie watching, what do you think of the video?
I've seen Swifties singing in the audience, and they get like
But
not as much as her.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. So I'm sure like a lot of Swifties are very passionate.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm sure there's a lot of passion, but I feel like this was taken to another level. And I think that a lot of people that are more rational Swifties are like,
now girl.
Diva-lish diva, what's going on?
No.
So I want to know if you guys are Swifties, when you saw that video, if you guys saw that video, what did you think? I have to know.
You can be honest. It's kind of a safe place here.
You guys, it's safe here.
Safe.
It's safe. Okay, guys, I think that's it.
That's it for the drama.
The rapid fires are fun.
They're fun, right?
Y'all should have me on every one.
Oh my God. The comments would be like, we want Tyler Dubb, the golfer, to be a guest every week. Anyway, it was really fun. I had a great time. I love doing rapid fires. They're like my favorite episodes to film.
Definitely.
I'm a chismosa.
Yep.
You know I love a little cheese, man.
Love a little gossip.
A little hot goss.
I like to pretend like I don't, but I do.
You do. He does.
Tyler, you do.
He loves it.
You tried it. You absolutely tried it. Because you know if we're all three going to dinner, it's like, what's the tea? What's the tea? You know that's the tea. All right, guys. We love you so much. And we'll catch you guys in our next week's episode. Let us know what you thought of the topics, your opinions. We'd love to hear them.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Thank you to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Who wants better sex, anyway? Bring more pleasure and satisfaction into your bedroom. Go to adamandeve.com and select any one item to be adventurous. Just enter the code FULL at checkout. That's FULL, FOOL, at adamandeve.com. This is an exclusive offer specific to this podcast, so be sure to use the code FULL at discount for 50% off almost any item plus free shipping, and get it fast with rush processing code FULL.